Yo, what's happening, people? And welcome back to the Tiki Taka podcast, where you're going to hear hot takes, unbiased opinions, and hopefully have a couple laughs along the way.
Yes.
Now, international break, which has been unbelievably boring.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Boring. Yeah. Shout out to Jadon Sancho for keeping it alive, keeping it fresh. I'm sure we'll get to that with MVPs
Hashtag
and rookies.
client.
Hashtag made back me. Hashtag chill out on the balloons. But look, with international break, we've come with a top 10. You tend to like the top 10s that we do, so we thought we'd do another one. It's top 10, as you can see from the title, top 10 current Premier League centre backs. So guys currently in the league. I sent the message out. I got lists from people, I think 7 people. So that's what today's episode is going to be about. But before we get into that, just quickly, obviously England they've played twice. And the more I kind of see Tuchel start to like really take the reins with the England job, the more I want England to actually win.
Is it?
the World Cup.
I was gonna say I'm the opposite. I'm not the opposite. I just haven't watched any of the international
But it's not so much the football that Tuchel's playing.
It's
like England are scoring a lot of goals, but him coming out and saying that England fans are silent.
Yeah.
I
do like
get
that.
more from that, and it's not the nice Gareth Southgate waistcoat English man. It's
I was about to say it's so underhanded. Like, as you say, I'm just not gonna be the nice guy that you want me.
Yeah.
You so obviously want me to come in hat in hand. Hey, this is just great, isn't it? And he's like, well,
like in All or Nothing, when obviously they've got the cameras behind the scenes on before Arteta goes to do the press conference, he's got the
guy telling him the points.
officer,
Yeah.
the Arsenal press officer. I know Tuchel doesn't tell the England press officer anything he's gonna say. The press officer's telling him what he should stick to and talk about, and Tuchel's like, yeah. And then he goes out there and he says, yeah, the England fans were terrible today.
I need England to get Germany, though. I'm going to talk about this World Cup all season.
I
would love that game. I would love that game.
But I was going to ask you, what like, we've mentioned it there. Tuchel, was he wrong to say that? Guys are saying he was.
No, he wasn't wrong to say that. Come on,
he shouldn't be calling out the England fans, and if you're 3-0 up, then there's no jeopardy in the game. And
I think Tuchel, man, he comes from an interesting like school of teaching. He's borrowed a bit from everybody.
Yeah.
Because there was a bit of criticism on Tuchel prior of like, well, they're just doing enough, England, and they're just getting by. It's not really the most attractive stuff, is it? So, this is like not the one game, but this is the game Tuchel can snap back at guys and be like, well, we scored 3. Within 20 minutes. If you guys wanted a loud atmosphere and a raucous atmosphere, you should have made it. That's good. I think he's letting the media know that I've been here too long, man. This whole push me around. As I say, man, it used to be dark days for Gareth Southgate. More so just because I knew he couldn't handle the media. Like those minutes before Jude scored versus Slovakia or Slovenia. I was like, bro, I don't think he's gonna make it.
When the camera pans.
Bro, I think Tuchel already sets out the precedent early. I'm not getting bullied, not even by the media.
Yep.
Not by no one. So I don't mind it, man. And if you're gonna have the England job, I'd rather you have a little bit of personality, because the Gareth Southgate stuff was just,
right. And also it's just England need that sort of manager for it to work, but you said don't get bullied or whatever, or do whatever you want to do. They're trying to bully. Look, Jude Bellingham should be picked in the England squad.
Jude Bellingham's
a top player, but they're trying to bully Tuchel into picking the squad for him. Yeah. And look, I think he should be in the squad. You think he should be in the squad. We both think Jude Bellingham's a top player. He should start for England.
I'm sure Tuchel thinks that.
Maybe likelihood is he does think that, and it was just the injuries and whatever, and Tuchel wants to bring him back. Although we have spoken about Tuchel's comments when Tuchel said that his own mother does it, as in Thomas Tuchel's mother sometimes finds his bed, and then came back and was like, "Oh, it's English is my second language." And but Thomas, you speak better English than some of the English guys.
The English is perfect. The English is my second language. Thomas can't get away with that.
Right. But if Thomas Tuchel didn't pick Jude Bellingham for his England squad, to me it's different to like a Southgate or someone there. I'm like, yo, all right, cool. Let's
Yeah,
go
I hear
with
that
it.
because you
Like,
got the pedigree to
yeah,
actually.
you have my respect.
Yeah, you
Like,
have the pedigree.
if
to
you don't
actually
think
do
that
that.
Jude Bellingham should be in this squad for what, and I don't know, it seems like there is a bit of tension there between Tuchel and Jude.
It could be.
Something's
It could
not
be in the
right, but I
exact.
do think he'll get picked.
It could be in the exact same thing of. I think on some level, it's almost like a prison yard, man. Like you've got to assert your dominance.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
Jude's
yeah.
thinking that, I think on some level, Harry Kane obviously he's worked with Tuchel before, so it's kind of different. Saka, all the rest of the must-have guys, I think they've come with a little bit of a like hat in hand. Hey, you're the big dog. I respect you. What we doing here, boss?
Yeah,
what do I need to do to keep myself
put
in
in the
the
hard yards?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And obviously we're speculating here. We don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there is a little bit of he thought Jude's just expecting himself to be chosen and to find himself in the team, and he's letting Jude know you're gonna have to work for it. As much as you're coming and you're going and all this, it's not gonna be on some, or it could even just be a little tactic of like, well, if I do it with Jude, I know how much the players respect Jude. Everyone's gonna be on edge. Everyone's gonna be trying to work hard. Everyone's gonna be, you know, doing what it takes to get into the squad if they think that Jude's not getting in the squad. If Jude's not getting, you know, certain players you just don't have the ability that Jude has. You must be thinking, well, if he's gonna leave a guy like that out, you know, I have to be working 10 times harder.
Yeah, and I also think that it's a bit of the kind of Pep Arteta thing of like he's the golden child for England. He's the like poster boy. He's the one that everyone wants in the squad. All England fans want him in the squad. All of the English media and the journalists asked Thomas Tuchel about Jude Bellingham. So Thomas Tuchel has just said, no, I'll just pick him when I want to pick him. I do think there's a bit of that. I do
think that there'll be a shock of mission. I mean, England have a very good squad. Like England's got a very good squad of players, but like I do think that when the time comes, there'll be a shock of mission from the squad.
I mean, let Thomas Tuchel not pick Phil Foden.
That was on my mind. That's exactly who it was.
And that Gary Neville podcast.
Yeah.
After Tuchel doesn't,
he'll be damn near wanting them to fail.
Yeah. He'll be like, this is why we can't have a foreign manager.
He'll be damn near. I always knew this would happen.
How was Phil Foden not in
the one draw that England get in the group? I always knew this would happen without Phil. I just knew.
Could we not have used the player? Phil Foden?
Exactly.
Shut up.
He's gone with Morgan Rogers and Eze.
No, Tuchel's like in the Rogers and Gordon, and we predicted that. If you haven't seen, last year we did pick Tuchel's first England squad, and the video did pretty well. But even off air, we've said that Rogers and Gordon are two guys that Thomas Tuchel's gonna, and they seem to be his guys, bro. Like his starting lineup, his starting 11. Obviously, Jude's not there. Palmer's been injured, whatever. But it looks like it's starting to take shape. I think he's gonna play Elliot Anderson a lot.
I don't think it's a gimmick.
I don't think this is like a couple guys are injured and Jude's away. I think he's gonna play.
These are stocks I'm buying. I'm pumping into these
because I think Tuchel's
he likes Rice further forward as well.
Not so much decided that he's an 8. I think that we might still see Tuchel use him as a 6
in certain games.
But I think if Tuchel can have a preference, he wants Rice further forward.
That's why Tuchel. I know Tuchel and Arteta. They don't speak, but they speak.
Yeah.
I know
they speak just by watching.
Tuchel couldn't be happier that Arteta's gonna have Tuchel saw that. There might be no one happier in the world than Tuchel when he saw that West Ham lineup and Rice was in the 6, and he just knows. He just knows that Rice all season is going to be alternating. So in the summer, when I tell him to alternate, there's going to be no issues because he's been doing it all season.
Yeah.
You know?
And that means that he can get Elliot Anderson in the team.
Baller.
But then if he wants to get Rodgers in there,
so I think the thing with
then it really is like. Well, I think the thing if he takes Jude, does Jude definitely start?
I think the thing with Rodgers and Gordon, and obviously it's way too early, so much football to be played, but I think Tuchel feels also comfortable with a basic level of athleticism that's quite high.
That's I mean, those two, it's not basic.
Exactly. But to I can't say but to Tuchel, it's like, well, that's almost where I look at the standard. I need to look at. I mean,
Rodgers is the freak athlete.
Because I think with Foden,
Tuchel even said about Rodgers, he was like his physical. He said it before their game against Latvia. His physical frame, he could play centre back. With his physical qualities.
I think with Foden, unless Foden is in that PFA Player of the Year form, where his like technique and ability is just showing to be on a different level. I have to get him in. I think Tuchel might look at things and like, well, I've got Palmer and I've got Eze and I've got, other
Jude.
guys. Yeah, other guys who are tidy with the ball, who have that little quality and X factor, but then also have that base layer of athleticism that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's going to win me games, or at least not lose me games.
Yeah.
Morgan Rogers will track his man back 70 yards because he's an athlete.
Yeah.
He's not.
I mean, the athleticism point sticks out so like abundantly clear with the two centre backs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident he's gonna play Konza and Gahey. He put Stones in yesterday, but he literally came out and said that he was giving Gahey rest. Tuchel literally said that.
A request from Glasgow.
Yeah,
he's Austrian,
which is mad because I remember we were saying it was like all of a sudden, like England's defense has been their problem. We were told England had to play 5 at the back because
because we just didn't have that. But
Tuchel comes in and immediately there's a centre back partnership there,
and that comes back to your point about the media picking the team for him. We had to think that way because the media told us that Harry Maguire has to play for England because he's England's best centre back.
Yeah.
So what defender do we partner with Maguire if that's England's best centre back?
Yeah.
So you just end up with some, and Gareth
and Luke Shaw has to play.
Exactly.
Right?
They've been told that he's great for it. But that narrative of he doesn't really do it for his club, but he's phenomenal for England.
His country. I can't lie though, Luke Shaw played well at the Euros in 2024. I'm a Luke Shaw hater, yeah.
I'm not.
But Luke Shaw did all right in that Euros.
With the game and a half.
He did all right.
No, I'm not. He did do all right. Because expectations on the floor.
When he came on at half-time in the semi-final against Netherlands, I remember. But no, look, I'm on board, man. I'm on board. They're England are qualified now. They qualified top of their group after the win yesterday, so they're there. And yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. Like you say, you want to see them play Germany.
I want to see them play a lot of teams, man. I want Brazil, Germany, France.
Yeah. So you want England to win it the hardest possible.
The hardest possible way, because that will get the most respect.
Yeah.
For myself, from everybody, from world football, like I just feel, and also because I think the squad or the team, the starting 11 will be good enough to do that.
Yeah, and the manager.
Yeah. So I don't think England should be fearing, but take those tough battles. Don't be trying to like pussyfoot your way to the final, grab a little cup, and then celebrate
Yeah. Well, look, like Michael said, we're going to be talking about the World Cup a lot. So as that nears closer, we'll be doing more on that. But look, you're here for the top 10 Premier League centre backs, so we may as well get into it. Before we get into it, please do like the video, comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. The content keeps coming consistently. So here we go. Our top 10. So just to give a top 10 facts about the top 10, there's 8 different nationalities in our top 10 Premier League centre-backs. And they come from 5 different clubs. So we've got 23 names. This was a long one to put together. 23 is a lot. There was a lot of variety. Just so you guys know, there was, 6 other people I asked. I think 3 Arsenal fans, Tottenham fan, Liverpool fan, United fan. So fairly balanced. But here we go. In 23rd, we have Alderete. Got 1 vote.
From Sunderland.
From my boy Mitt. Yeah, from Sunderland. Look, I haven't watched too much of Sunderland. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, you must be seeing something.
He's Paraguayan, South American. I saw him get sent off in the qualifiers or something. But not too much to be said there. Sunderland have done all right so far. So I guess we'll keep an eye out. 22nd, John Stones is still getting
I was about to say, who's...
But
you know, it's on brand. He's like 3-4 years late with his football knowledge.
Wait till I'll read you Bat's list at the end, yeah. Because I can't lie, guys. This top 10 is a bit of a mess. I'll be completely honest.
You come out and say it early.
I don't want to like talk down on the content or talk down on what you're about to. But this top 10. Yeah, and you're responsible as well, and we're gonna get there. Because I have a bone to pick with.
I deliberately was a thorn.
21st, Tarkovsky. Nick had him again, only one vote. All of these guys had them last. Tarkowski, I don't mind though.
I don't mind Tarkowski at all.
At least he's put the yards.
No,
in,
I don't mind Tarkowski
right?
at all.
And like
He's a good defender.
John Stones, I can say is finished. Yeah, his time at the top is done. But I can't say that about Tarkowski. Tarkowski can still operate at that level at Everton for probably another 2-3 years. So I'm not mad at that. I think top 10 when we get to some of the other guys that were missed out, it's a bit mad, but cool, whatever. Tarkowski. 20th, Calvin Bassey. 1 vote, 1 person, yours truly.
Yep. Calvin's a nightmare, man.
Calvin's a good player. I wanted to get Calvin Bassey in my list,
That's
but I couldn't.
And that's
because
the thing.
there are better ones than Calvin Bassey. And we will get there.
So, to preface this, the criteria I chose to do my list was on his day. Yeah. And I was thinking of centre backs predominantly from last season and / who have started this season, who I would least likely want to come up against when he's having one of those days. And Calvin Bassey is 100% in that list for me because I hate the days when Calvin Bassey's on it versus Arsenal. I hate the days when
he's good. He's good.
Footing, challenging. Oh, I'll pop up with the goal for a header, or I'll pop up with the flick on that it will crash into the back post. I just feel like Calvin Bassey's he's not the best defender in the league. He's not a top 10 defender in the league on ability, but he can be a top 10 defender in the league of like, oh man, if he's gonna have one of those days where he does get a foot to everything and he's just gonna bully your centre forward, I think it can be long.
Yeah.
And I think
Calvin Bassey's a good defender.
I have a lot more guys in there.
He was in quite a few people's honourable mentions. I had him on my shortlist, but just audience, remember Michael's done his list based on their day. Yeah, remember that for when we come to later stuff. Calvin Bassey, good player. I like Calvin Bassey. 19th, Nathan Ake.
Yeah.
Now this one, I gotta say, this is worse than John Stones. Yeah, Nathan Ake. We know what Nathan Ake is now.
I'm surprised guys are still calling him a footballer.
Yeah. He's I think he's on the coaching staff.
He's what was that thing in Korea? He's like a player manager.
Yeah. He's gonna be a set piece coach.
He's quite literally a set piece coach who Pep will only use break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah, or for the most difficult challenge.
But that's the break glass for emergency. I'm breaking it because I need you. This is an emergency.
Yeah.
We have a top 3 winger.
Yeah, all of my other defenders are fit, but
you're
gonna play this.
We have a top 3 winger. Well, how are the knees?
Salah, Anfield. Yeah, we're gonna throw Ake.
Say City were to play PSG. That's an Ake game because you've got the double up.
Yeah, do it.
But do not match.
Yeah,
coming on the overlap.
No.
That's what he plays. Ake. He tells Ake, give me everything. Give me everything you got. Ruin those knees. We'll send you back to surgery. Doctor will put you back together again.
Ake on the bed again. We get that every year.
Yeah, and we get an apology from Pep. I've rushed him. I knew this game was too early for him. But Ake said he wanted to play, and
without Nathan, we don't play well. So yeah, Ake in 19.
That's an all-time quote, by the way.
But Ake back in the day.
Yes,
Ake back in the day.
Serious. We know who he is. Clichy said it.
Yeah. 18th, Nikola Milenkovic. Again, 1 vote. Matt had him. I think he had him 8th. Again, Milenkovic had a very good season last year.
I don't know if he's going to be on that this year.
Yeah, well, not why Big Andrew's there.
That's why I couldn't put him in.
Yeah,
I just thought if we're looking back,
Nuno was getting the maximum out. If there was one player Nuno was getting the maximum from, it was Milenkovic.
He played to his strengths.
Yeah, exactly.
We said what 100%. Serbian centre backs like to do.
Now, this is the first name where me and you have a bit of a problem, because in 17th is Van Hecker, who got 2 votes from 2 guys who clearly know ball.
I wanted to get him in so bad.
And Matt. Yeah, and you know Matt knows ball. Yeah, and me and Matt, like I said, we know Van Hecker. I don't know how.
He was on my honourable mentions. He was on my honourable mentions.
To be fair, that's not good enough. To be fair, yeah, I had Van Hecker 10th. Yeah, and Matt had Van Hecker 9th. Yeah. Now you said on their day.
Yeah. I know the argument you're bringing to me is very fair.
Van Hecker on his day.
He's the worst.
Are you telling me you want to buck Van Hecker on his day? When it rattle job, Veltman in the channel, high line, fouls, headers, screen move, long balls, diag through the lines. You can't tell me Van Hecke can't make this list on his day.
No, Van Hecke can 100% Van Hecke can make this list on his day. That's why he was in the short list. For the life of me, I gotta be honest with you. There's no logical argument I can make to leave Van Hecke off. It's quite simply that the other guys, I feared them more. And it's not that I don't fear Van Hecke. It's that you realize in real time with Van Hecke that this is an issue.
Yeah.
You don't really fear it going into the game. You think, oh, well, this is Brighton.
But you should. We talk about it enough. I'm not having that.
And I don't remember until in the game. And I see Van Hecke wins the first 3 aerial duels. Van Hecke wins the first. And I'm like, oh no.
Breaking ball, fade.
I'm like, oh no.
Into Minte's pass. Come on, man. I couldn't believe it.
There's not even a ball on. There's not even a ball. He's giving it to Ayari Fizz.
He's found it. Tab that one. Let's play forward. The amount we talk about Van Hecke, I couldn't believe Van Hecke.
No, I agree.
And he was on. So you guys know Michael at the 11th hour before the deadline. He had a couple substitutions. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. To be fair, Van Hecke was in the honourable mentions at first.
Yeah.
But he was on the honourable mentions ahead of Calvin Bassey.
Do you know what? I just really, I don't know what it is about Calvin Bassey's game. I think it's because I see him move defenders. I see.
Yeah. No, I
you moved Romero.
I'm watching this year.
Like, and sometimes it's not even against Arsenal. Sometimes it will be against a Chelsea or a Tottenham for Calvin Bassey. I'll be like, same thing will come into the other guy who I've seen is coming up next. I'm like, bro, some of those he puts in monster performances against rivals, and I love that for him. On his day, I know. There is Van Hecke should be in there, but it's only 10. Okay, that's what it is.
You've already justified it. You said it's not necessary. Your list isn't necessarily the top 10.
Yeah.
But on that day, but who is a better centre back, Van Hecke or Bassey?
Van Hecke is a better centre back than Bassey. There's more to his game, 100%,
and probably a higher. To be fair, Bassey's been pretty consistent, but Van Hecke, I think.
Yeah, I it's tough because I respect Bassey, but he's asked to be the like destroyer. I feel like Van Hecke is asked to be that and. The phase one program. And the tactical foul guy and the.
I think Van Hecke could play DM.
Yeah. I think there'll be quotes of if I have 11 Van Heckers, I'll just.
And I still think it's ridiculous that he plays on the halfway line. He's like 6 foot.
He's not even quick.
He's not a prototype.
He's not even quick.
Which makes he's not the prototype.
His IQ is through the roof, and Van Hecke gets an early yellow, and you think, oh no.
Yeah.
You think, oh no, this, well, he's gonna get sent off. No,
but he just lets Veltman get the next.
He marshals the whole game. He's perfect. And he still jump in. He'll still be aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, look, me and Matt had him. Shout out, Matt. No, he knows ball. 16th, Marcos Senesi.
I wanted to get him in somewhere, but 1 vote.
Bat had him. And it's a strange one because Senesi didn't really play ball at all last year.
He's got his chance this year.
He had an injury last year, but also Zabani and doing their thing.
I think he's decent. I think he's decent for Bournemouth because he has the ability to play the ball
with his feet, the lines.
And he looks for that ball a lot.
The Pau Torres too.
Exactly. I think he's good for Bournemouth in that respect, but I still don't think he's really a top 10.
Yeah, same. So that's Senesi. I think he's 16th.
I know he's put him in there because
17th.
He's just moved to Tottenham. He just played all the balls at home. Everyone tried to press him.
Have already beat them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Through the lines. I think he got an assist in that game. Okay, 16th, Sven Botman. Again, 1 vote. Mitt had him.
I just feel like I haven't seen him play football in
a long time. Botman before
he's a good centre back.
The ACL was very good. Looked like he was on a bit of a trajectory. Left foot, left-sided angles. Came back towards the end of last year. I think he's had a decent start to this season as well.
Botman's been playing this year.
Yeah. He's played. Did he not play against us?
I only really see Dan Burn these days.
But Dan Burn played left back against us.
They did play 3. They played 3 centre backs versus us, no? Or someone else. They played 3 centre backs.
Yeah. In the Bournemouth game you watched.
Yeah.
But against us, Dan Burn played left back. Look, Botman's a good player, but it was actually making me think that I did actually consider that Thiaw.
I did consider Thiaw as well. Has
and
he had
that's
good
after
performances?
5 games.
Yeah,
or
he's had a good.
whatever.
He's had a good
He
couple
hasn't-
performances this season.
I just needed more data, more evidence to get
More data.
more Tiao in there. But yeah, look, I think if Botman comes back from the ACL and he gets to a level that he was at before, I'm not mad at that pick, to be fair. This is an interesting one. 15th, Joachim Anderson.
Yeah, I also wanted to get him in. I respect his game.
One vote from Nick. Nick had him 6th. So fairly high. I was going to ask you, obviously, we were talking about it, Anderson, or is Bassi the better out of the pairing?
I would still choose Bassi on his day in terms of I wouldn't want to play Bassi on his day. But Anderson, I respect Anderson's game. He's in the Senesi bracket of like, I respect what you do. You're nice. You're obviously good on the ball. You can defend a little bit. Anderson can win a header and put a challenge in, but
I think the Senesi bracket's a bit harsh.
No,
I think that's a bit harsh.
no, it's not.
We're talking about on their day, yeah?
Yeah.
This is the OGQB.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
From
I don't
time.
know if you want to see that.
No,
like, we got Fulham on Saturday. And I 100%, I don't want to see Bassi come crunching out onto Saka or be up for it.
That's
crunching a kid.
Joachim's nightmare game.
I definitely don't want to see Joachim Anderson finding the out ball perfectly every time for Kevin.
But I'd settle for that. I'd settle for Anderson distro over the like, we can't bully
the Bassi crunch.
We can't bully anybody back here, you know, or like. And it's different, yeah, because now we have Gyökeres, so there's a bit more bite to us. But before those games, and I'm like, oh yeah, Kai's not getting any change out of it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, I don't want to play Bassi. I need to defend.
We needed Marino to them.
I need someone. Yeah, I need someone who's gonna pull the pieces, move guys around.
Well.
Yeah.
Another good piece. But
steady.
Yeah, look, I like Joachim Anderson. I think that's very, very close between him and Bassi.
It is.
I think they complement each other.
Exactly.
Perfectly.
I think to be fair, it's come down maybe to a personal preference. As I say, just in terms of fear factor, I fear it if Bassi's gonna have those games, the monster game. You know, and I know that there's a goal in there, and I know, or like there's an assist, or there is a goal line clearance in there from Bassi that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know you're trying shit though. Because I know you fear the Van Hecker.
I do fear the Van Hecker.
But it's
Van
not
Hecker was tough.
I don't know about it until I see it. we talk about it all the time.
But I feel like Van Hecker, he's got such a forgettable face. And then you're like, oh no, but yeah, this guy is actually a monster. I see. I watched the tape.
I agree, which is why only me and Matt had. But me and you talk about Van Hecker.
No, Van Hecker's serious. Van Hecker's so serious. If there was 11, Van Hecker would have
Okay, well, because there's some other guys. So look, Anderson in 15th, then 14th, Gerard Brantwaite. Again, only got one vote. Mitt voted for him. He had him 5th. Again, I'm not mad at it. I think Gerard Brantwaite, I think Mitt might be doing this because he thinks that Liverpool are going to buy him or something.
Is it?
I think Brantwaite's a very good centre back.
I think he's good, but I'm not like, I just think he's good. I feel like I still need to see a lot more from, not a lot more, just more, just like games, not necessarily even like you need to raise your level or whatever it is. Just do this consistently now for a couple of years where I can be like, okay, so you're not a bozo, you're not a one-season wonder.
Yeah.
But I agree, he's a good player for sure. Like he's not like, he's not a scrub, he's not a clown, he's not someone I'm expecting to get bullied or moved to unless it's Haaland.
Yeah. Agreed. 13th. Now this is a big problem. Yeah, this is an even bigger problem than Van Hecker. Yeah, and like I don't. We've seen HMRC.
Had to
HMRC podcast. Yeah, Michael, come to the stage. Because in 13th, which is absolutely criminal. Yeah, we have Ezri Konsa with 2 votes. Yeah, from me and from Sembi. Yeah. And I had him 7th. Yeah, I think Sembi had him 10th. Yeah. How? Ezri Konsa. And Ezri Konsa was in your first list.
He was.
Ezri Konsa is better than a lot of the centre backs.
He is. I wouldn't argue against that.
And on his day,
Ezri Konsa,
absolute monster.
Ezri Konsa somehow is a top 10 centre back in the league, but isn't a top 10 on his day centre back in the league.
No, he is.
I don't know how. Football maths, I don't know how it works, but it 100% works. Ezri Konsa is a top 10 centre back in the league. Should Ezri Konsa start for Villa? Should Ezri Konsa start for England? 100% he's the A side. Yeah. But somehow, like, I don't know what an Ezri Konsa day is. I just know that Ezri Konsa is often a very good, he just has good days. Like, he's often just a very good centre back. But rarely do I feel like that game belongs to Ezri Konsa. It's just that he's done his job. He's not the reason that the team is sort of lost, or he's just always very good, very competent. That's why I had to take him out when I decided I'm going to do it on his day. Ezri Konsa is a top 10 centre back, and I'll choose him over Bassi.
Who's England's best centre back?
It's between him and Gahey for me, and I'd probably say I'd probably go Konsa in terms of, like, I'll choose Konsa first. Like, just I'd need to have him for sure in the team, So I rate Konsa. It's just that what is the Konsa game? What is the game that sticks out to you that you're like, oh yeah, Ezri Konsa was a hoop in that game? Even in the games where Villa have beaten us, I don't think we've lost because of Ezri Konsa. Sorry, like Ezri Konsa's beaten us. You know, that was why I like, because all these other guys that I have that we're gonna come on to, like, when I see their name, as there's certain games that stick out to me, and I'm like, oh, he was.
But that's like
ball in that game, and that's what it is on his day. On his day, you're like, you see the level, you see what this player is, you see who he is, and you're kind of like, well, I respect that. If you could do this every week, you'd be one of the best. Obviously, not all of them do it every week, but that's what holds Konsa back. But Konsa's just a very good defender who's competent and goes about his business. Like, it's true. He's just a top 10 centre back for all the other reasons, attributes and consistency and mentality. But he doesn't really have a stamp.
Well, look, Konsa hasn't made our top 10 because one of the guys from Redbridge didn't put the guy from Redbridge in his list.
Don't do that. Yeah? Don't do that. That's nasty. That's what it is. That's nasty. It's meant to be an unbiased. It's meant to be an unbiased list.
We didn't have Van Hecke in there.
No. Yeah, but that was because that's you.
Yeah. Last time we did the top 10 summer signings, you told me that I rig it to get my guys in. Yeah,
I'm the proof.
You've rigged it. You've rigged it to put Bassi in. Yeah, and Konsa, for this reason, wait till you hear some of the names that you've allowed to be above Konsa. I'm telling you guys, this list is a mess, bro. Konsa is not the 13th.
He isn't
centre back.
I've told you he's in the top 10. I'll tell anybody. I'll look anybody in the face and tell you he's the top 10. Just not top 10 on his day.
Yeah, well, look. Sorry, Ezri. I'm from Redbridge. I'll back the Redbridge guy, but obviously it's not the same on this couch. 12th, Fabian Shaw. 2 votes. You and Bat.
I actually feel like I got him in there because I wanted to pick a Newcastle defender because I think they've been good defensively for the past, 4 or 5 years. And I don't even think he's played that much this season. So it's not necessarily on what he's done this season. But I actually just think that Fabian Shaw's a good defender. I get it. He's old. He's washed. He's getting to that washed stage. You need to move him out the team, get the young dogs in there. But he's like, on his day, he's a problem in the sense of he's got it all. He'll head the ball out. He'll play the pass. He can do the long raking one. He can come up with a goal. He can be the communicator at the back that makes sure. Like, you know how many times I've been waiting for Fabian Shaw to make a mistake, and he just grinds out the 0-0. He just grinds out the 1-0 win.
Yeah. No, look, Fabian Shaw. If you're doing this list on his day, he should be higher than where you have.
That,
because Fabian Shaw, I
had him 10th in terms of just like top 10 centre backs. But then
he's the poor man's Van Hecke.
Yes, yeah. And that's why Van Hecke couldn't get the list. I had to get the OG. I had to get the real big dog first.
The one that's worse.
Yeah, Van Hecke's the new and improved prototype. But Fabian Shaw,
but that's a bit disrespect because Fabian Shaw, he has the switch raking ball, he has the ball in between the lines, he has a goal, he has a header, long shot.
He'll clear it you'll be waiting for the mistake. You'll be waiting for Newcastle to fuck up, and Fabian Shaw is just going to command the defense and tell everybody push up and not be the liability.
But personally, I'm not really accepting that in any sort of metric, Fabian Shaw can be above Ezri Konsa.
And I would agree with that. And that's
why Bassi, I can even allow.
No.
Because I like Bassi. I think Bassi's good.
If you had to choose between Fabian Shaw and Ezri Konsa, you choose Ezri Konsa. Yeah, even if, and this is where the maths gets funny. even if you have to choose between a Fabian Shaw on his day and an Ezri Konza, you might just have to choose the Ezri Konza as the safety blanket. He's the prototype. He's part of the
Yeah,
prototype
yeah,
crew.
yeah.
But I also feel like I had to get Fabian Shaw in there because this will be the first and last time we really give him any praise
Yeah.
here on this
Well,
pod.
yeah, unless well, Switzerland maybe
Yeah,
they've
maybe
already
for
qualified.
Switzerland. Fabian Shaw has come into the end of his Premier League career and he's not come on. Well, I guess he's got the Carabao or whatever they won last year. He's not bringing back like major silverware, but
Yeah.
he came from some Celta Vigo, wherever he came from.
I mean, he's been at Newcastle for a long time.
Yeah, he was like he thought he was finished. He thought he was finished when he was doing minutes in Celta Vigo, wherever he was, Cadiz or wherever the hell he was. And then he's come to the Premier League and he's done 7 seasons here and he's not been disastrous. He's helped Newcastle be a Champions League team.
Yeah.
So that's massive. My respect for Fabian Shaw. He's also started this wave of Swiss, Dutch, Swedish guys back here that are just gonna start playing football.
No, look, Fabian Shaw, he's got a bit of pedigree in the game from the last couple of years and stuff. So I'm not mad at him. Fabian Shaw on his day, he's a very, very good player. Now 11th, we've got Murillo, 3 votes. You and Bat again, and Sembi had him preview. Murillo, another one that was on my short list. Again, I don't think Murillo's better than Van Hecke.
Murillo isn't better than Van Hecke, but what Murillo does have is when Murillo has a monster day, I feel like those waves are reverberating across the football sphere.
Yeah. It's
like,
a bass eating.
It's
It's a bass eating.
I remember when Nottingham Forest played Chelsea, not obviously in the final match day, but at their place, at Chelsea's ground. And I think they also played Liverpool in a similar sort of time frame.
Yeah. He had the clearance off the line against Liverpool. Bassi.
Bassi. Murillo was
balling.
Murillo was balling. He's got everything to his game. He's got a little bit of the passing range. He's got the ability to have a goal via header or 40-yard shot. I'll just hit the crossbar. I feel like he's got the physical presence. He's inconsistent. Don't get me wrong.
Bit suspect.
Yeah, he's not like top 10 best centre back in the league. But if someone told me that Murillo's gonna have a good day today or it's a Murillo game, it might be must watch football. Like it might, underneath Gabriel, it might be the most must watch left centre back football in the league.
No.
Left centre back football in the league.
No, because we're gonna get there. Yeah, and I'm really just hoping you forgot about this guy. I'm really just hoping you forgot about it. Because even your on their day, yeah, I don't think it'll work for this guy coming up. But yeah, hey, look, quickly, let me go through these again. So 23rd Alderete, 22nd John Stones, 21st James Tarkowski, 20th Calvin Bassi, 19th Ake, 18th Milenkovic, 17th Van Hecke, 16th Senesi, 15th Botman, 14th Anderson, 13th Branthwaite. I've done something wrong with the numbers here, but the 13th Konza, 12th Fabian Shaw, and 11th is Murillo. Now, the top 10, we're here. And in 10th place, you probably realise that I've asked quite a few Arsenal fans. We have Christian Mosquera.
100% should be in there, should be higher.
In the top 10, he got 3 votes from me, you, and Sembi. And you had him the highest, you had him 5th.
Yeah. Christian Mosquera is, on his day, the 5th most feared centre back in the Premier League. 100%. I wouldn't want to come up against Mosquera. I've just accused you of being a bit biased, but I've got a little bit of a bias cap on, but I really feel like, I was thinking like, what does Mosquera not have to do? Or like, what has he done to not get on this list? He's already been to Newcastle, he's been to Anfield, and he's been to the San Mamés, and like, how many other tough places does Mosquera have to go and put in a good performance for me to be like, well, this guy he's just a good player. He's just someone I wouldn't want to come up against. And I think part of it as well is maybe our defensive unit, but I just feel like this might be a one where we come back at the end of the season. I've really been so high on Mosquera already. I'm not pulling back on the stocks. I'm just investing. I feel like when we come back 3 quarters through the season, we'll be like, well, spot on.
Look, I agree with you. I think, especially if you're doing it on his day, I don't think it's mad I think you have him fifth. Just based off what we've seen. But I had him eighth, yeah, and I probably would have had him fifth or sixth if I'd just literally just seen more of him.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Premier
yeah.
League. But only because I haven't seen more of him, I couldn't put him ahead of my boy Ezri Konsa from Redbridge.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So I had
That's
Konsa in
nasty.
seventh and then Mosquera in eighth. But yeah, look, I think Mosquera, like you say, he's been to Anfield, he's been to St James's Park. I think there's a top player in there. I saw Flex put out a video. He was like, "Why can't we sign defenders like Arsenal? Why can't we scout defenders like Arsenal?" And I think people have seen enough from Mosquera to know that we've probably unearthed another one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem, man. He said he's 21. He's 21 years old.
Yeah. You see, Colombia are trying to convince him to
move.
switch.
Spain need him. Spain can't let him go.
Mosquera for Colombia, though. That could be good.
Spain can't let him go. Spain. Why would you just give up a 2028,
No, Spain can't let him go.
2030,
Yeah,
2032, 2034 Euros and World Cup campaign trail?
Well, I'd almost rather just play for Colombia. All right, cool. Ninth. You'll understand what I mean here now, guys. Ruben Diaz.
That's crazy.
Ninth place, 3 votes. Nick, Sembi, and Matt. And Matt had him fourth.
No, that's crazy. Matt was just trying to be risque. He was just trying to be, I want to break up. You know, everyone is expecting me to go sort of Arsenal, Liverpool, Liverpool.
You know what I think it is with Matt? I think Matt likes to respect the OGs. he likes to make sure that they still have their time and that they're not. And look, the Ruben Diaz. You know how I feel about Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz back in the day, he did well to get to a point where he was managed by Pep.
He also came when it was like dire straits. Pep was in desperate need for a centre back of that profile. He's gone and he's grabbed him.
But what really is the Diaz profile?
Young and can do a job.
Yeah, it could have been anyone.
Could have been better guys. Yeah. Young and can do a job.
I think there's fewer guys in football that are luckier than Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz is not that good, guys. And the reason you can tell as well, by the way, is if you watch any City goal that Diaz is on the pitch for, he's on all fours, slipping and sliding. He's getting up. He's trying to get back to his feet, trying to call for the offside because that's his man. He's doing whatever it takes to let it be somebody else's problem.
Yeah. Oh,
and I hear it because obviously City win so much. And
he literally came in and won 4 in a row.
Yeah, like I hear it why they've got this, but the second spectrum stats, whatever JJ talks about, the underlying numbers. I've done the deep dive. I've watched the tape. Diaz, I don't know about Diaz either, man. He's not like if you swapped him for a Wolves defender. We wouldn't know who's who. If we swapped him for who's the other Mosquera? What's his
Totti Gomez or Mosquera? They're both Yerson Mosquera.
Yerson
Mosquera, Totti Gomez.
If Yerson had just jumped in Ruben Diaz's body, we'd all be saying that Yerson
Santiago Bueno.
Oh yeah. Would all be saying that. Well, that's just one of the best that we've ever seen in the league.
If they were signed by Pep to play at Man City, they would be there. But yeah, so look, Ruben Diaz, another one that's got in over Ezri Konsa.
That's 6 other people's fault as well.
I'm not blaming you for that one. You didn't even vote for him. Yeah. But I am blaming you because if you had Ezri Konsa in your list where he should have been, he would have been in our top 10.
Ezri, he probably won't make me eat my words, but I need that stand-up performance. We'll see who Villa have. Tottenham. Yeah. It's time to make a name for yourself.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He's already England's best centre back.
It's time to make a name for yourself for the Tiki Taka podcast.
It's time to make it like Calvin Bassey and
well,
no, don't listen to that. He's made a name for himself. I know what Ezri Konsa is on. I have him as the 7th best centre back in the league. The 8th place. You see what I'm
face
talking
has
about?
dropped. No, Romero's like...
Christian Romero.
The only thing I'll say about Romero is he's a clown. I don't necessarily rate him. Anytime I watch him, it's yellow card, red card central. He should always get sent off. He makes the mistake, but I don't know. Like
he's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
And
but...
he's actually been less shit. Like his fuck ups are more sparsed out. Like he spreads them out a little more now.
I agree.
It's not like every week it's just a glaring Christian Romero mistake.
But
I'm still not sold.
Yeah, I agree. But look, he got 3 votes. Yeah, from Nick again, Sembi again. And the reason he's in this top 10 is because Bat had him first.
He's done that to mess with the data.
Tottenham captain,
with the numbers.
The best centre back in the league.
It's deliberate interference.
It is deliberate. It's almost like leaving Van Hecker and Konza. Right?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I actually don't know which one's worse.
No.
Whether you to have Romero first or to not have Konza in your list.
Fabian Shaw, you're welcome. Respect you here, legend.
Fabian Shaw's from Switzerland, man. The way Ezri Konza managed to live up there.
Send me chocolates. Acceptable.
I think Ezri Konza went to Caterham.
No, that's
look. We're not going to come back to Ezri Konza. That's enough now. But look, Romero. Like you say, he's not terrible. He's not terrible. He's a bit of a live wire. He's maybe less of a live wire than he previously was.
Yeah.
And he's a decent centre back, but I just don't think he's in the top 10. And obviously he's been pushed into this.
But
list
people love Romero. That's what I've deeped, man.
Did you see the way Paul Scholes was talking about him?
No.
Paul Scholes was like, "Oh, I love him. I love the way he plays the game. Goes into challenges and
it makes sense. Paul Scholes got a red card.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see it with Romero, but people love Romero, man.
They just love the fact that he goes jumping into those tackles.
He should get sent off every game. I literally look at Romero and I'm like,
but Gabriel had to become like who he is. For them to like Gabriel's game.
Yeah, but Gabriel's game is complete.
Agreed. And Romero's isn't, but guys will love Romero.
I think Romero's got a bit of a... I mean, the World Cup's done a lot for him, but I think he's got a bit of a, like, semi-underdog thing going on for him where it's like...
the Tottenham team.
Yeah, where it's like, I don't have to mention Van Dijk or Gabriel's name. So I'll just choose you as my horse and pump you because...
It
pisses off everybody else.
And he plays for Tottenham, so the media is golden child. Now, in 7th place, we have Josko Gvardiol with 3 votes from me, Nick, and Matt. Again, yeah. And I had Gvardiol 5th. I think Matt's got him 6th. Nick's actually got him 4th. Now,
shows how much you guys know.
Left-sided centre back. We were talking about earlier. Bassi, Murillo. On their day,
I've come to surmise that Gvardiol isn't a centre back. He isn't.
No, we can't do that.
No, that's why I took him out of my list. I had him in my list. Has
Gvardiol played anywhere else this season?
But I'm only saying that Pep's in double inverting his left back. I've clocked onto Pep's game. He's got an overlapping left back, and now he's just got Gvardiol to do the left back thing now.
Okay, that's fine, but he's a centre back.
No, I'm not having that. Gvardiol's a left back for me still.
Okay, but so you've put Mosquera in this list based
centre
on
back
because it's only what you've seen this season.
Centre back.
Gvardiol has only played centre back this season.
Yeah,
but he can't make the list.
No, he can't make the list because I'd say Mosquera's outperformed Gvardiol if we're just basing off the season's performances. Like, and if I'm basing off last season and this season, then I still think Gvardiol's a left back, and I think there's left back games for Gvardiol once everybody's back and fit, and he's rotating between Stones and Diaz and Kusanov,
O'Reilly.
No. O'Reilly's minutes. O'Reilly's gonna get minutes. Pep likes O'Reilly. Clearly. He likes Nuri when Nuri's fit. Nuri will get minutes, but Nuri, I'm not too sure he's going to be left back all the time.
I think Gvardiol's.
I think Gvardiol was a centre back. I think Pep
agreed.
He changed my mind,
and then Pep made him a left back, and Gvardiol did
flourished
ridiculous
flourished.
Things, And whatever you want to say here and now, I know what you think about Guardiola.
He's a very, very.
Yeah.
If this was top 10
And
defenders, he'd be
Guardiola's
there.
technical level and
100%.
Guardiola
100%.
on his day. On
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 it,
on Guardiola's day.
if he was a centre back, I would have him at 100%. But he's not a centre back. I agree with Pep.
Okay, but I think no, because
I agree with
Pep's
Pep.
only playing
No, I
centre
agree
back.
with Pep.
So he's a centre back.
I did my season. I told him I did it off last season and this season. I admit that Guardiola's played centre back quite a few games this season, but it's only been 2 or 3 games. And I still think if Pep had all of his 12 defenders available to him, he'd play Guardiola left back.
And if Arteta had his 12, Mosquera wouldn't even be in the team.
But he'd still be on his day a top 5 centre back in the league, and that's where Arsenal are. That's why Arsenal are where they are.
Guardiola's not.
If Guardiola was a centre back, Guardiola would be up there.
Even because I think Guardiola's going to play centre back most of the year. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think you think that as well, but you're making a point here now.
No. I think Guardiola could play centre back most of the year.
Like at the end of the season, is Guardiola played more games at left centre back or left back?
Is everybody fit?
Yeah, let's say.
I think Guardiola will play a bit
fit.
more games at left back. I still think Pep sees that for him, and I also still think I don't think that that's Guardiola's.
And then what is Diaz and Kusanov?
Yeah, it could even be a Nuri.
A left back.
A right back, a right wing back.
This is crazy.
It could be a Nuri.
We'll revisit this. We'll revisit this. Yeah,
we will revisit this. We'll see where Guardiola plays.
Because I don't think Nico O'Reilly's going to come out of the team much.
Yeah. I think Pep really likes him.
Yeah, and he's playing well. Yeah, and he's a left back. He's a midfield player. He can come in. He's got the physical attributes. He's 6'2". He looks okay in 1v1s. I don't think Pep's going to want to bring him out of the team. Yeah, and if Pep needs to bring him out of the team, I think Nuri will probably go and play left back. I think we've already seen it with how Pep and Arteta's done it as well. To be fair, puts guys at right back or left back to learn the 1v1 game, to then move them to centre back so they can handle that when they're in the channels and whatever. I also think Pep realizes that in the current team, like I would probably agree with you if Nico O'Reilly wasn't doing so well.
Yeah, but
I think Guardiola might go back to left back, but I think he's going to play most games at left centre back this season.
I think that will happen if there's always going to be a Stones or a Diaz injured. I think he'll just have to play Guardiola there. But I do think that, for example, Kusanov at right back isn't going to be as long as we think. I think he's going to want to keep Kusanov on the inside and keep Matthias Nunes at right back because I think Kusanov will get rinsed quite a lot at right back. So he's going to want to keep him on the inside, which means he needs Guardiola and he'll push him out. And I think O'Reilly's the wild card. I think Pep likes him.
But then who plays right back? Matthias Nunes.
Yeah, Matthias Nunes.
And then Kusanov, Diaz,
Guardiola.
and Guardiola. So you think O'Reilly and Nuri will come out of the team so Kusanov can play?
Well, it will be one of the two. Maybe Kusanov won't play, and then it could be Diaz and Stones and Guardiola. With however they rotate it, they'll rotate it. And I also do think that with O'Reilly, like I know Pep likes him. I think Pep likes him. I think O'Reilly's going to get minutes, but I just seen that shit with Rico Lewis. Like I feel as if you're young and Pep will trust you up until a certain point, and then Pep will just be like, okay, well, even though this has worked, I need to go with this now.
Yeah. He'll change it
because this is the direction we're going towards. And I hear it. Like I'm not here to say that Guardiola will definitely play more games at left back than left centre back. I just feel like if it was down completely to Pep, that's how it would be. I think Pep likes what Guardiola gives him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it past Pep signing a left-footed centre back in the summer, just so he can move Guardiola to left back.
Yeah. And Nuri will still 100% get minutes, but I don't necessarily think that means he's got to start at left back.
Yeah. But so far this season, I think in the 10 games or whatever the City have played, if Guardiola started them, he started at centre back.
And if that's it, if I'm going off the 10 games that he's played, he's not better than Mosquera or Bassi or any of the guys.
He's better than Bassi. Guardiola is better than Bassi. He's better than Murillo. He's better. But
are you doing this off the 10 games of the season?
Because I'm basing it off
as a player. He's better than them as a player, but he's not.
No. If I was picking a left centre back and you told me I could pick Guardiola, Bassi, Murillo, or Shaw, I would pick Gavardio every day of the week.
I don't know. That's tough, man. They're all on their day.
100%.
For me, that's
100%.
tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Gavardio, the left-footed angles, the
I'm not
passing
gonna lie,
range,
that's
right
tough.
foot, left foot, defensively.
Like, that's tough because
I think Gavardio's clear of the rest.
I used to
of
think
those guys.
Gavardio was top as a centre back when he was doing the whole Leipzig Croatia thing. He had to come up. He was looking cold, and then it's not that I think that all of a sudden he's become a shit centre back. It's just that because he's not played centre back for a year, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I need to see more. I need to for sure because
City are playing well, right?
they are playing well, and Gvardio's a part of that. But I haven't seen the last Gvardio centre back game where I'm like, that's a centre back is like Croatia. You know, it's like it's
What
like
about against Arsenal?
I don't know if that was a game where I was like, he's done well. I don't know if he done well in that game. They had no possession.
Shut out.
Nah,
Exactly. They had no possession. Exactly.
They had 13 men behind the ball. It was shuffle from side to. That's the easiest job for a centre back. It's just shuffle from side to side now.
Okay.
I think Gvardio's a good player. I don't know if I'm ready to say that he's just automatically like the best centre back. You know, because he's moved back to centre back. I'm assuming he will be a very good centre back.
It's not the best. But is he better than Bassi, Murillo?
I just don't know if he's proved that in the Premier League on his day. I just don't know. In the left back, yeah, 100%. But a centre back, I don't know if he's proved that. He's got to put the numbers on the board.
I think he's proved that.
That's fair. But I've got to see. I need to see the game where I'm like, Gvardio at centre back, he's bailed them out. Because City just shipped goals and scored more.
I think the Brentford game he was good.
Yeah, I didn't win. It was tough watch. I didn't watch that game.
He got an assist in that game to win.
That
get the
you know
winning
what?
goal and kept it a lock.
Yeah. To be fair, if I'd watched that game, I could probably have agreed with you.
But look, I'd never really thought we'd be debating Gavardio versus Bassi, Murillo.
It's
sure, but fair enough. Like,
the logic is the logic. It's on his day.
yeah. But we lost a fucking Premier League title to Gavardio. He was playing left back then. He was playing left back. But now we're talking about Gavardio on his day at centre back can't be better than Bassi and Murillo.
We're not saying can't be. We're saying we haven't seen it.
Well, I've seen it
at centre back.
Yeah, I've seen it. The Arsenal game
in the Premier League,
very good.
That's it.
The Arsenal game, he was very good. I've seen it in the Brentford game. No,
not the Brentford game. It was barely like batten down the hatches at Brentford.
I don't know what you want from him.
It was barely batten down the hatches at Brentford, and I think the goal came from his side at the Arsenal game.
No. The goal that was Ruben Diaz. For sure, that was Ruben Diaz. Yeah, Gavardio did his job in that game. Here, look, Murillo. I mean, he was too pussy to even get to half time.
Steamer
against Arsenal.
Yo.
He did the Odegaard.
The 20 minutes he gave.
20 minutes. I don't like this one.
And then after that,
there's too much movement.
After that, three goals get put in. That's the real clue.
Because my centre back's bitched out.
No. I need to see what Gvardio's on this year. I think Gvardio's a fantastic player, but bro, I don't know, man.
Yeah, look, we can just sit and wait on this one.
Yeah, Pep's gonna have to show us why he kept him at left back all season if he thinks that he's that good at centre back.
Yeah. It's the transition, isn't it? Why'd you keep Kiwior there?
Right, left back.
To move.
No, that was needs must. Maybe it was needs must last year. Maybe the left back. I don't know who else was playing left back at the beginning of the season. Maybe it just wasn't enough. Squad depth wasn't there.
Yeah, look, we'll see in it. We'll see. If Gavardio ends up being better than Bassi or Murillo or Shaw, if he plays centre back, we'll find out. Let us know in the comments actually if you think Gavardio's better than Calvin Bassi.
No, that's nasty. Centre back.
Yeah. As centre back, let us know if you think
over the first 10 games of the season,
the four-time Premier League winner.
No, Gvardio's got like 1 or 2. He's only been here 2 years. He's got 1.
Oh, did Gvardio win the treble?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe he came in Jan. I actually don't know.
Interesting.
No, he must have actually, because I think he came after the summer Euros.
But look, anyway, that's enough on Gvardio. Let us know in the comments what you think if Gvardio should be in this list and where he should be. 6th place, Mickey van der Ven.
A real centre back.
got 5 votes.
No questions over his
Um,
position.
There isn't. But I'm taking Gavardio before Van der Ven at centre back.
No,
100%.
no,
100%.
no.
But yeah, look, Van der Ven. Yeah, look, I think Van der Ven's a very good centre back. I had him 6th. You had him 6th as well. And this one is different to Romero because Romero actually I don't really think is that good. But I think Van der Ven, and especially if you're doing it on their day, I think Van der Ven could be even higher on your list.
Yeah, he could have been 100%, man. Van der Ven, he's got all the qualities. He's like, he actually does pop up with the goal. He does pop up with the sort of fear factor. Nothing's getting down my side. I'm making sure that it's on lock over here. Did he score in the? No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the Europa League final, but he scored in the semi-final. I think
He had that clearance off the line.
Oh, was it?
in the
Yeah,
Europa League final,
yeah. Van der Ven is good, as I say, begrudgingly, man. I really wanted him to flop. Remember how Tottenham fans were early to start putting him in sort of Saliba conversations, all of this kind of stuff. I was desperate for him to flop, but Van der Ven, he is just a good centre back, and I think he's the A side. He's locking it down for that Tottenham defense. If Van der Ven's out, I feel a lot more confident about where Tottenham are going in the season,
for sure,
as opposed to any of their other defenders.
And he's had those injury problems, but
yeah, I think he'll continue to have them.
yeah, but when he is fit,
he's good.
The Tottenham team do look a lot better.
Yeah, he's good. He is good.
But you've seen enough from Mosquera to know that he's on his day he's better than Van der Ven.
Yeah, it's because obviously Mosquera's passing game already has just surpassed Van der Ven's passing game. I don't think Van der Ven is weirdly, he's a good off the ball defender. And it's not that he's terrible on the ball. He's just like
he's Dutch.
He's just basic. It's the basics. This is the 5-yard ball.
Yeah. Van der Ven's got to knock it past someone 5 yards, break the line to go forward.
The whole baiting stuff that Mosquera's already on.
He's already
got his studs on the ball, baiting the
press.
Press. Here we go. I just don't know if we need to see that in Van der Ven's game, or we'll ever see that.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to see that. And agreed, I don't think we need to. I don't think Van der Ven needs that. Okay, so that was Van der Ven in 6th. Now in 5th place, we've got Ibu Konate. He got 6 votes. Me and Michael had him 4th, which was the highest, and Bat didn't have him. Yeah, I think it was this one was quite obvious for me that Konate was going to be 4th on my list. I think he's the 4th best centre back in the league.
Yeah, he is. Bro, he's had a bad start to the year, don't get me wrong. He's learning Spanish, all the jokes included. But I said the thing about Konate is he like, especially on my criteria on his day, like, bro, he's a tough guy to get around. Like, he's another one of those guys where on his day, I'm waiting for a mistake. I'm waiting for someone to cook. I can't tell you how many times I hate watched Liverpool last season, waiting for drop points. And it's just Konate shielding out a tricky winger, shielding out a top attacker, making sure that it's an easy one for Alisson to grab a hold of, whatever it is. And Konate is not the most, like the rest of the guys on this list. On the ball, he's not really that guy. But he makes sure he does his job.
Yeah.
I think come knockout football time, I feel like there'll be a lot more respect on Konate's name. I think he's going to go back to the quote unquote levels, especially for the games that mean something, where there's titles on the line and stuff. I feel like I just don't want to come up against a Konate that's focused and concentrated. I love the niggling injury, haven't slept the night before Konate. As opposed to the like, he's fresh, fully fit, he's had 2 weeks off, he's ready for this game, Konate. That's a problem.
And you know, the other thing with Konate is that Konate, you can't say that he has Bozo gene, but he has Bozo gene, but he can just recover it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of his athleticism,
I'm a demon.
His physical capabilities, his recovery run. So, like, the amount of times I'll see Konate make a mistake.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come to anything because...
It must have been at home. There was times in the home game versus Liverpool last year, maybe even the season before, where, and like Martinelli typically, he has good games versus Konate. He can score versus Liverpool, wherever it is. But there was genuine one-on-ones where this is like just a straight foot race. It's
Yeah,
Martinelli
yeah,
and
yeah.
Konate. Konate's catching up with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Konate's making sure that Martinelli has nowhere to go. He's going down blind
No,
alleys.
he's rapid. He's rapid.
And I'm like, I know how quick Martinelli
And
is.
he's got the arm out.
Yeah,
And
it's a
yeah,
problem.
and it's
Like
done. And it's done.
it's a problem.
But because of his level of bozo gene, like I mean, the Crystal Palace game was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Yeah,
Galatasaray.
yeah. Because of his level of bozo gene, he is, to me, quite obviously fourth of those top
Agreed.
four.
Agreed.
We'll come to, but yeah. And now these top four were voted for by everybody. So fairly unanimous. And in fourth place, we have, if I've got this right, Mark Gay. Somehow voted for by everyone, even though he's not England's best centre back. 3 people had him fourth, and I had him ninth.
I had him pretty low down as well, I think.
You had him seventh.
I think Gay's really good, man.
Gay is very good. He is very good. I don't think he's an on his day guy. I think he's similar to Konza in like, can you remember the Gay?
I agree. I agreed with that up until this season. And then Gay's already had like 3 on his day performances this season. He's already got the screamer. I'm waiting for that screamer from Konza, from outside the box versus Wolves. Where's Gay? He found that one. He just wrapped that bins. Gay's gonna turn up and beat Liverpool.
Konza scored in the Champions League quarterfinal against PSG. But
Gay,
okay.
He's gonna beat Liverpool and City in the whatever final that was, FA Cup.
The FA Cup. Yeah. But that's a similar thing of like Aston Villa beat Bayern Munich last year, but it wasn't, like you say, it wasn't because Konza was just
Yeah.
But Konza, they kept a clean sheet.
Really, honestly and truly, the reason I put Gahey in of Konza, because I really did think about it, was just more so I feel as if Gahey has taken a step forward this year. Like, I've rated Gahey a lot less than I rated Konza. And Konza's just stayed at the level that I expect of Konza. And
Gahey's got better.
Gahey's got a lot better in my eyes.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
In the last, like, and it's not just the transfer rumor stuff. It's in the last, like, 8 months. I'm like,
it's almost like he's more serious about his football.
and like, I'm seeing more stuff to get his game of like, oh, he's adding goals.
Yeah. But then I did tax Gahey a bit, which is why he's ninth in my list, because he plays in the back three.
Yeah, because I still don't think Gahey is and
it's not that I don't think he can play in a back two. He's playing the back two for England, I think, but because he plays in a back three every week,
it's kind of different. Yeah.
I taxed.
I don't think Gahey's like the model centre back or the prototype to any extent, but yeah, I think there was a little bit of like recency bias and just like, oh well, Gahey, I'm starting to see it now. Guys have been talking about Gahey for a while. I never really got it. Not like, I thought it was nice, decent, all this kind of stuff.
The hype,
but like the whole he can play for any sort of team. Now I'm looking at Gahey and I'm like, well, you have pretty much all the components to your game. You've got a chilled head. You've had some big games, some big wins. Yeah, I feel like maybe he can make a bit more of an imprint on the game. Maybe it's easy to say that just because you've seen him lift trophies in the last whatever. But yeah, like I think he's a good defender. Everybody thinks he's a good defender. I'm just really impressed with the last 6 to 8 months in terms of the jump.
And I mean, look, it's fairly unanimous, isn't it? I mean, not even fairly. Everyone voted for him. And if we just go through, you had him. I had him ninth. You had him seventh. Nick had him seventh. Mitt had him fourth. MB had him. Bat had him fourth. And then Matt had him fifth. So yeah, look, everyone obviously seems to be aware.
Did you know with Chelsea as well? First day of the season.
I do think his PR is a lot better than Konza's.
Yeah, it is.
There seems to be a lot more Gahey.
He needs to get out of Villa. That's what Konza needs to do. Konza needs to get out of Villa. Like, if I'm telling you, if Konza played for Manchester United, there would be a hand, even where they are right now. Even if they were finishing 15th, 16th in the table, there would be a hands down sweeping motion that we need to get this guy into the team, and that he's the only good.
And they wouldn't be finishing there if they.
They wouldn't be, but they'll be he's the only thing that we have that's good, and we have to tie him down. You know, there would be no PR issues.
Yeah. Legend, when we had the conversation about we're doing, I think it was like top 10 summer signing or winners and losers of the transfer window,
Mm.
and you were like, I don't know why Pep thinks that like he doesn't need to sign a centre back, yeah, because of whatever options he has, and I was like, I think Pep's targeting one. Kunde,
yeah. That we
Konza,
don't know, but he's gonna
yeah,
go out and
someone
grab.
out there,
Yeah,
Araujo,
yeah,
that he's gonna. Boy, if Konza goes there,
yeah.
interesting,
Raps.
interesting. Now third, William Saliba.
I can't lie. We know the top three.
Yeah.
It was like my on his day stuff.
Yeah, look, well, I was going to come to it. So obviously voted for by everyone. Matt had him second, which I think was the highest. Bat had him fifth.
It's my on his day stuff for
But
this
I
top
think
three.
I was thinking when you said on his
Because
day,
I really thought Saliba could maybe should have been top. Like,
I think on his day, I think if you're doing the list on his day, I think Saliba should be top.
and that was my thing. Was like, I did sort of feel that.
Because the on his day Saliba
Someone star
is the Villa Park game.
It's a 10 out of 10.
You know when I saw that when he launches across the slide tackle Jacob Ramsey, the recycle, the balls in between the lines, the 100% concentration for 90-95 minutes. I think if you're doing it on his day,
he kind of is the
Saliba's
worst guy to come up against.
Yeah. When you're talking about you don't want to come up against Bassi or
Yeah. For all the reasons,
Mosquera,
all of them.
Yeah,
he can do the pass. No,
I think Saliba should be first if you're there.
I think the reason I had to just leave it how it was is because it was so easily interchangeable.
Yeah, because Van Dijk on his days, and obviously we'll get to those guys, but that would have been my take on it.
No, for me it was a toss of a coin. It was a throw up thing, and then how I did it almost when I got to the top three was just sort of I can't even say personal preference, but just I guess maybe respect level. That was like how I split the hairs, because Saliba deserves a ton of respect. We've just, as we said, like there isn't anything that like the only weakness I'll say to Saliba's game is the 90-minute totality concentration. Other than that,
yeah,
like everything's there. Like he's literally got every attribute in the game to be the best. But Saliba is so top. There's so many performances. There's so many moments. There's so many. I told you how many guys fall for the Mbappe stutter step shot at
that's
the
number one. that I mean, both Real Madrid games, but the away one, obviously, he had the
as you say 90-minute concentration. But that's his only weakness.
The home game, like if you're telling me I can pick any one of these centre backs and I know that they're gonna be on it, I'm picking Saliba first.
Yeah, I hear that. Man. Look, I can say all day and eulogize about Saliba, bro. He is legit. He is actually the definition of legit. I like how quickly he was put in the conversations of like, well, how good is he? All this kind of, and now 2 years later, it's like, well, it's clear. No one's arguing. No one's arguing about where he should be positioned in world football and all of that kind of stuff. So Saliba's top, man. What is there to say? I think, in a year's time, maybe. Well, actually, Gabriel's still quite young. That's the issue.
So how come? Because we'll move it on. Right, third was William Saliba, but we'll join these conversations together. Now, in second, some people probably ain't gonna like this, but second is Virgil van Dijk. Again, everyone had him. Mitt, who's a Liverpool fan, had him first. What if you're doing it on their day? And look, Van Dijk on his day, he's imperious. We know all of that, whatever. But at the age that Van Dijk is now, is he better than Saliba? On their day?
I'm not sure if he is. As I said, man, I could really toss a coin between the top three. I think, as I say, I split hairs with respect level, and I was also still using some of the performances this season. Like I thought Van Dijk was very good at Newcastle. Like even though Liverpool were up, head on everything, foot on everything. Van Dijk, he's got to a level where he just does what he needs to do. Like you can't cook him, because even though he's not necessarily had the best game ever, he's not made a mistake. He marshals everybody, commands the back line, can pop up with the goal. He scored versus Atletico Madrid, the winner, that kind of stuff. Like he's had a good start to the year, and I still think he's washed. And Gabriel and Saliba are better than him.
Yeah.
But he's still somehow manages.
Well, not Saliba.
Well, yeah, I actually do think Saliba is better than him. I just have the respect level for Van Dijk. Like I have an agenda against him. I don't. So I can't say I don't believe that hype. I know how good he is and all this kind of stuff, but I don't have him in my like. This is the best defender that we've ever seen ever talk. Yeah, but I do respect what he's done. And even this season, even if I take away all the accolades that he's done in the seasons before, just how he started this year, he's probably still one of the top 3 centre backs or top 2 centre backs in the league, just off form and
Yeah. I mean, most people had Van Dijk and Gabriel first and second, and look, obviously, you guys know that if Saliba's third, Van Dijk is second. That means that Gabriel is first. Again, 7 votes, and everyone had him first except for Bat and Mitt. Bat had him second, yeah, which is a lot for a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
It
does say a lot.
Gabriel second, and Mitt had Gabriel second with Van Dijk first. So fairly unanimous amongst those guys, even rival fans, that Gabriel's in their eyes better than Saliba.
Gabriel's
and like you
guy,
say,
man.
there's not much in it between. I was gonna say between these 3, but like, I still think that there's, like, I had Gabriel first. I think Van Dijk's closely followed behind, and then I think Saliba is not a big gap, but there's a slightly bigger gap than the gap between Saliba and Van Dijk is bigger than the gap between Van Dijk and
The reason
Gabriel.
I hear that, I know what you're saying. The reason I had to have Gabriel first was just, I guess maybe there was a little bit of personal bias in this, a lot of personal bias in this as well. When I was just thinking about the on his day defenders, a lot of how my list came about was just like thinking of a defender's name and immediately being able to associate like 3 to 4 performances where I'm like, yeah, he was a monster that day, or
and if you pick the on his day Gabriel, you're 1-0 up because he's gonna score.
But the thing with Gabriel is, like, when I was thinking of Gabriel, there's like 15 performances.
Yeah.
There was like 20 performances where, as you're saying, I'm not even necessarily saying that was on his day Gabriel. That was just a very good Gabriel, and he sort of coincidentally was the best player on the pitch.
There's probably about 20 plus for Saliba.
Yeah, Saliba's got bears. Don't get me wrong. I think the most there's a lot to choose from. I think the most on his day Gabriel might have been both Tottenham performances last season. Like home and away. He didn't score at home, but he scored.
Well, he kind of did.
Yeah.
It was given as an own goal, but it was basically
basically his goal. He didn't technically score at home, but in terms of what you need from as I say, I still don't forget those final 10-15 minutes where I thought we should have done more to get the goal to make it an easy ending. But Gabriel got his head on everything, got a block on everything in the final 10 minutes, let alone all the stuff he did prior to that, all the tackles on Richarlison and making sure Jed Spence doesn't get all of that stuff. Yeah, I just feel like those 2 performances, and Gabriel's got a lot of big time performances, Newcastle this season, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, but in terms of my standout Gabriel on his days,
I think
he just loves it in the derby and the big ones.
The United one at Old Trafford this season, first game.
Yeah.
Both of them were pretty flawless.
Do you know what another good one is City away last year? We obviously beat
the 2-2.
Yeah. But
he was both of them again. Obviously, Gabriel does get the goal, but
he was a monster. He was a monster in that game. Nothing got past him, nothing got through him, nothing was coming down his side. Goal threats. He's a serious guy, man. He's a super. I'll say a million times, get him a trophy. Let me take the Gabriel agenda to the moon. Let me take it to the moon. Let's super juice the agenda.
Yeah,
Diesel. Let's put Diesel in this agenda's basket. This moving.
And I don't think there's that much in it between him and Van Dijk. I think in the last two years, Gabriel's overtaken Van Dijk. But I still think it's pretty close. Obviously, Van Dijk did go and win the league last year. And to just kind of wrap it up with all three of them. If Saliba gets to the level that he can get to,
He'll be the best.
he will be the best.
Yeah, I agree. He's got the most potential, or the biggest candle, whatever it is, whatever the terminology you want to use is 100%. He's also the youngest by far. So I do agree that Saliba can be the best, and he's where he is right now. As you said, he's not far off it.
Yeah,
he's not like a million miles away from these guys.
The only thing he needs to change is the concentration for 95 minutes.
And that probably comes with age. Gabriel had to learn
Agreed.
Gabriel had to learn we need to get Saliba a family. Let's get him a family,
but Saliba
man.
is like Gabriel's was like our bozo moment.
Yeah.
Like Saliba's had moments, but I don't know. Maybe it's the PR.
It's the French thing as well.
Aura, maybe it's.
I think it's the French thing of like
the one in the Bernabeu. It doesn't get more bozo than that. But we don't really call it bozo.
No. The Crystal Palace one. That was we won the game.
Yeah.
He just passed it. He just.
But come on, what's he doing in the Bern? That's a Champions League quarterfinal in the Bernabeu. We've just gone 1-0 up.
Game's over, right? We're all celebrating. I had barely had time.
It's not Mateta, it's Vinny. Yeah. But look, I'll read off our top 10 one last time. So in 10th place, Christian Mosquera. 9th place, Ruben Diaz. 8th place, Christian Romero. 7th place, Josko Gvardiol. 6th place, Van der Ven. 5th place, Kanate. 4th place, Gay. 3rd, Saliba. 2nd, Van Dijk. And 1st, the best centre-back in the Premier League, Gabriel. Look, again, subscribe if you're watching. Follow us, like, comment down below. There's probably a lot of talking points from what we've done there. If you're aware of Van Hecke, if there's any Brighton fans, let us know about Van Hecke. If there's any Fulham fans, let us know about Calvin Bassey. Any Newcastle fans, Fabian Shaw. We're going to move it on now to Tweet of the Week. Now, Tweet of the Week, I don't actually have a tweet, but I have an account.
Yeah, go on.
Mayback May.
Yeah, okay.
The account can get it. If you don't know, just search on Twitter, Mayback May.
I think they made boss calls on the account.
Yeah. It got suspended in
it. Shut her down.
Well,
I have two.
If you were there, you saw it.
I have an account which is, I don't know his handle, but his username is Brett Usher.
Yeah. The guy that posted the NBA comments.
I love that he's back. My timeline missed that.
Yeah.
You just give me 3 minutes, it'd be like Lonzo Ball highlights.
I saw the Lonzo one.
You just give me 3 minutes of Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Bag work today.
Oh, Kalel where?
Yeah. Miami have got one. Spo's already putting the work in. I love that account's back. There's nothing better than like breaking up the mindless chatter on my timeline with just 2.5 minutes of pure hoops.
Yeah.
Someone balling. But I think my tweet of the day would be, it's tough because it's a photo, but it was a photo of Pele with the three Champions League, with the 3 World Cups. And it was like Cristiano Ronaldo with Nuno Mendes. He was born 10 years earlier. And it did make me laugh, man. Because imagine if Homelander did have Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
Ronaldo had Nuno Mendes.
He's got one last hurrah.
For at least 2 out of his 3 World Cups in his prime.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say that you can have a prime that lasts 3
World Cups. Yeah. That's 12 years. That's not a prime. That's a career.
If Ronaldo had Nuno Mendes in 2 out of his 3 World Cups, he would be a finalist in one of them and a winner probably in the other one.
Yeah.
But that guy is a monster.
Yeah, that was a funny tweet.
And also Pele's fake for that. What's Pele doing with 3?
Yeah.
What's Pele doing in 3 World Cups, Christy?
1,000 goals. That's like the Wilt Chamberlain 100 points. MVPs and rookies. Look, we may as well give one to Ronaldo there.
Yeah.
Back the brace. Can give one to Marino, also back the brace.
Yeah. Shout out to Aubameyang, man. Bro, Gabon, they shouldn't really be in and around it for World Cup qualification. Like just based off sort of population size and country, sort of wealth, GDP, all that kind of stuff. But he's got them in the playoffs. They have to win 2 more games, I think. But still, man, it was like last this stuff, and that tweet of his goals throughout his career and stuff. Aubameyang is serious, man. He's been there, done that.
Yeah, another one that's better than Drogba.
Yeah. I respect Drogba, love Drogba, but yo, some of these guys.
Didn't Aubameyang win a La Liga as well in that quick stint at Barca? What about your boy, the Bronx?
Charles Oliveira. Shout out Charles, man. Everybody loves Charles. You're so good. I've loved all the UFC tweets for the past week of like Pereira won, Yuri Prohashka won, Charles Oliveira won. We're all just happy.
Yeah.
Now, shout out Charles, especially the video. I've been seeing the videos of Charles saying he was unsure whether he was going to come back after he lost it to Poirier, and sort of his head wasn't in the right space. But what brought him back was the fans and the love and the messages. And Charles is so funny. He spoke about, it's like, this isn't for money, this isn't for status, this is Brazil.
Yeah.
Love Charles.
Rookies, obviously, Jadon Sancho.
Yeah. Yo,
the client.
Sancho, I'm not gonna lie, we'll have to have a conversation about this off air. So it's a more nuanced topic, but why Sancho absolutely no doubt deserves a rookie is for getting the tattoo. Sancho should have never got that tattoo and been so boastful about it. Obviously, he deserves a rookie for how this was all sort of played out, but the tattoo is like, for me, it's beyond. It's beyond crazy.
Like you say, we'll have a conversation about it off air, yeah. But I understand that your footballers, they want to go on nights out.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah. But at the same time, we used to say this about Rashford as well. You need to be aware of who you are. Phones being out everywhere, and also your close circle, your inner circle. Make sure that that's a group of people you trust. Yeah. So if you are gonna be off doing a madness, and to be fair, these are only accusations at the moment. Yeah, there's no facts to it or whatever. But if you are gonna be off doing a madness, maybe do the madness around people that you trust and people that are.
As I say, we'll speak off air. But he's made it seem as if this wasn't his first time. Like he's been a client before.
Yeah.
So he probably thought that this was somebody I can trust.
Yeah.
Everything's kosher here. This is all sweet. There isn't no issues. But
he shouldn't. But he should never. He should never have covered.
Come on. Oh yeah, rookies. Sweden as a nation. Candidly, I'm quite happy that Sweden are going to the World Cup. I like Gyökeres as a player. I'm not one of the Gyökeres is bad, Gyökeres out, that kind of stuff. But it's kind of weird. We have so much Arsenal representation at the World Cup. I'm cool if Gyökeres sits one out.
Yeah.
I'll cheer on Havertz and Saka and Marino and Saliba and Gabriel and Timber and everyone will be there. Like, as much as Sweden deserve a rookie, because as a nation they should be making it. If you have that sort of quality in your attack and Kulusevski, all these other guys are there, and you're not beating Estonia and all these other men, you deserve a rookie of the day. But just as my personal preference, I'm like, do I need to see the Gyökeres slander? I want 2026 World Cup to be a happy time for me.
Yeah.
Do I need to see a hate central Gyökeres post? No, I don't.
Yeah.
But Sweden, you should be there. Sweden, you should be there.
They should be there, especially with some of the other teams that are getting there.
Uzbekistan are in.
Yeah.
Coached by Fabio Cannavaro.
I'm surprised you're not going to give an MVP to Uganda.
No, we're out.
But we
did everything. Did everything we could.
We did bits to get there.
We did everything we could. We took it to the last.
Still finished second.
I can't believe Algeria at the end. Algeria has a hater in me for life.
But what? It's only. I swear Nigeria got less points than you.
Yeah, they did. But
apparently they're still in.
Apparently there was some rule change. There was some like last minute rule change. But you know how the table was before? We were like, it was like I
was checking the second place team.
It was like Gabon, Burkina Faso,
Cameroon,
then us.
Yeah.
We were in the top 4 spot. Then there was some last minute rule change, and now it's like Congo, Cameroon, Gabon, Nigeria.
Because Nigeria got less. They had 17 points, and Uganda had 18.
It's like the 4 biggest nations left. You guys have a chance. Come straight through. And
then I saw a tweet. Those 4 are gonna play a mini tournament.
Yeah, it's not done.
And the winner of that goes
has to play someone else.
But you got more points than Nigeria.
Bro, I don't know how they finessed us. We're out. and
It's
everyone's
literally there for everyone to see.
everyone's just accepted. Everyone's just accepted that that's it. It's over for us.
Because I was seeing like cams and that get bare gassed, and I was like,
I,
no, you guys are out.
and I said there was no way, but I think they've got to play. For example, I think Nigeria play Gabon or whatever it is, and then they've got to play another, not an African nation, another intercontinental qualifier.
Oh, okay.
So it could be like whoever is in South America, whoever's in
But even so, that's
Asia.
should have been. There's another nation as well that had like 18 points as well.
Yeah,
or that had more points than Nigeria, but on.
I have absolutely no. And by the way, it's been hush hush by everybody. No one knows.
Mad at, it's like nobody seems to know how the qualifiers work.
I was speaking to one of my co-workers. He's Iraqi, yeah, and he was in a similar situation where yesterday they needed to beat Saudi Arabia in their final, I don't know, qualification game, wherever it was, to get to the World Cup. If they beat Saudi Arabia, they go to the World Cup. They drew 0-0, and now they have a qualification of two-legged game versus the UAE. Saudi somehow a draw was
two-legged game.
Yeah, somehow it was good enough for Saudi to go through straight away, but they have to face the UAE, who are also already through, but somehow it's over 2 legs. And if Iraq win, they'll have to reschedule. They have to like sort of rethink things, and I don't know how it works. And then even still, if they win that game, they'll have to play another intercontinental qualifier.
Yo, the tournament being in America,
yeah, you know what
there's so.
You know what it's up. I told you how they checked us. The 4 biggest nations now all of a sudden have a second chance.
Yeah.
They've got a second chance. The 4 biggest ones.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Burkina Faso and the rest of us were screwed.
But I think you can give him an MVP still.
No, I respect how far we've come, because we were normally nowhere near this. So to take it to the final day of the season, you get a massive MVP for me. And we're coming.
The only team that finished above you was Algeria.
It was respectable. Yeah. We know what Algeria are.
Yeah.
2027, Africa Cup of Nations, we're coming for you. At home.
As long as the host nation doesn't change.
yeah, halfway through the turn.
It goes to Gabon, Burkina Faso.
Benin.
All right, look, that's it from us this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. Next week we'll be back with the Premier League stuff. Talking, although there's actually a Champions League next week, Arsenal playing Atletico, so it might be a Champions League one. We'll see. We'll see what works best. But look, leave a comment, like the video, follow us on Spotify, all of that, and we'll see you next week. Peace.